Hello everybody, how are we today? Hey Red, how you doing, bud? How are we doing? What is this? Okay. How are we all doing, huh? Oh, fuck you, disconnected. Get me in the game, bitch. So we're going to be doing some things today. Some pretty cool things. Last time I streamed, I had talked to Carter, and now Carter is now going to be talking to me. It's booting up the game. Hopefully it wants to fucking work this time. There's always stupid connection issues with this game. It's a shame I love it so much. Let's boot it up. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now that we're in, we can get started.
Let me do my own kind of intro for the video, and then we'll just get right underway, unless you have anything else to say.
Not really, no. Oh yeah, do you want music in the background? Am I doing no music?
I mean, so are you gonna send me your side?
I'm recording, yeah.
Well then, you can do. I mean, it has to be non-copyright. It needs to be low.
I'm
music.
on YouTube, so yeah, I can do that.
Okay, then yeah. Good.
Also, the way I'm recording, I'm pretty sure you can take the music out.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna not though, just in case. How's that?
Yeah, that because I can add my own background music.
Mm-hmm.
That'd probably be best.
Now hold on. This is a little tough. How I... So, for like the... So for the... How do I want to do this? Hold on. I didn't really think this through. Now, do you want gameplay in the background on my end or no?
I mean, I don't think it really matters. I haven't really thought of. Well, how are you? You're the one editing this, right?
No.
No, I'm editing it. You're making
Yeah.
a thumbnail. Never mind, I'm dumb.
Yeah. It's up to you.
Let's say no gameplay, because I'm pretty sure the one that I was interviewed with has gameplay in it. So
Yes.
let's switch it up. We'll just do your face cam, and then I can just put your face cam in my screen, and then we'll have it compared.
Sure. That's fine. We can kind of just do it like this format for now. Sure. That's completely fine with me. So, Carter, what would you like to talk about?
All right. So let me do my intro, and we'll get right into it.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Cortex Gaming, and welcome to an interview that I'm going to be doing today. I don't really know how to like get into the nitty gritty of how to do this because I've never done an interview here on this channel before. But today I'm going to be interviewing Dauntless Stark. Now, Dauntless is a small-time content creator, mainly known for his Digimon games. He's done a lot of very weird like indie games, done all kinds of stuff like that. And he's also a pretty close friend of mine, and he's also known for doing really, really cool thumbnails. He makes his thumbnails handmade, so every thumbnail that you see on his channel, he actually draws himself. And so we're going to be interviewing him and getting to know him and why he does YouTube and kind of the nitty gritty of the small time YouTubers side of things, because we don't get to hear that a lot. We don't get to hear what it's like for a small time creator. So, without further ado, welcome to the chat, Dauntless Stark.
Hello. I'm pretty good, you know. I can't complain.
That's good. So, before we get into anything, just tell us, because I was not very good at like describing you. So, give us a bit of an idea of who you are and what you do.
Sure. So, if you look at my channel right now, it's going to be predominantly Let's Plays, which is like the meat and potatoes of what I do here on YouTube. I also do the occasional, they're posted on Thursday, which is the day that I prefer, but they are, I do like a random, kind of like whatever project I want to work on episode. On Thursdays, whether that could be speed paints of said thumbnails that I make, or these are some characters that I tried to voice before because I am an inspiring voice actor, which admittedly has taken a backseat in like the process of YouTube and all that kind of things, or just kind of like whatever I feel like making. You know, I always have ideas that I want to do, and it's a matter of fact of getting them done. So. I would say I'm predominantly gaming, a little bit of politics second, and kind of just slice of life or whatever as like third.
Interesting. So, one thing I want to know, and this is something that I always like to ask YouTubers like right off the bat, and to be fair, I've never interviewed like one like in this format, but I've talked to other YouTubers. Of like why did you start YouTube? Like what was your story getting into YouTube? Because you know a lot of us have our very deep backstories as to why we were inspired to get into YouTube, and then others are just like, I did it on a whim. So what's your story?
I'm definitely more on the whim side of things. I was always upset about my friends because they would buy like 30 games without finishing any of them, and they would like play for like a day or two and then move on to the next game. And I was very much not that person. And basically after high school, when I moved out and became independent, I became that person, and I really didn't like it. So I said, you know what? Let me record the games. That way, it's a way to like force myself to complete these games. Whether or not I like them or not, it's kind of depends. I need to make the most of my money, basically, and that is the start of it. And I played games that I had already owned and stuff, but I hadn't beaten it in a while. I'd get far into a game, and then I'd kind of fizzle out and drop it. So YouTube, the birth of my YouTube was an excuse to finish the game, because no one likes an unfinished Let's Play.
Yeah, I can relate to that. Except on my side, I can finish a game as long as it's not on YouTube. So I always start gameplays. I've had so many that I've just dropped because I'm either not feeling it, or they're just taking too much time, or they're taking too much energy, and it's just like, I would much rather just do something I would prefer to do.
Yeah, you should finish.
I've done that a few times.
You should finish Prey.
Yeah, I do plan on finish Prey. I like Prey a lot. So, another thing I wanted to ask you. So, what was the reason for your name? Like your name, Dauntless Stark. What was the reasoning behind your name? Was it just something that you just kind of generated, or is there a deeper meaning behind the name?
So it's hard to say, but my far before YouTube was a thing, Dauntless wasn't always the moniker that I went under. It was actually Grimoire. Like Grimoire Stark was actually what it was. Stark was always part of my moniker because it's my, I'm comfortable saying it. It's my actual last name. It's pretty nerdcore coded, but like, yep, my last name is Stark. I'm allowed to be cringy about it because it's my birthright, basically. But Dauntless became the avatar, basically. So you said it earlier, but I don't do face cam. I use an app basically called PNG Tuber. I'm really hesitant to call myself a VTuber because I don't know if that's a specific thing, and I can't get any conclusive answer on it. So I'm always hesitant to call myself a VTuber. But if someone were to call me a VTuber, I definitely wouldn't complain or fight against it. But when I was years ago, like a couple months before YouTube, I wanted my definitive avatar because as an artist, I really liked that. I wanted a moniker that looked like me, that was not me, right? Because that's done all the time. Like I didn't want my name Stark YouTube TV as like my YouTube channel. That's just personally not my cup of tea. So I actually and the design for Dauntless was very hard to like get down. It was a design that I had been struggling for years because it just didn't come out right. And I actually got it commissioned from a friend who is no longer a friend, unfortunately. And then over the years, I just kind of like changed and adapted what I wanted and kind of created my own headcanon. So I'm comfortable claiming that Dauntless is my own design, even though its conception was greatly helped with like a with additional help. But you know, I have other friends that did. So like my original VTubing model, for example, was also not mine. That was a very close friend of mine named Pixel Bunny, who we were just fucking off, like just chatting in Discord one day, and then she was just like, "Let me just make you a rig," and I was like, "Hell yeah, let's do it." So without them, I wouldn't even have the VTubing, the PNG tuber model that you see, like right now, basically. So things are constantly changing, but Dauntless, the name Dauntless, is the name of, like, to pull back the curtain a little bit, is the name of the avatar himself, and that was basically created when the channel was created, because I wanted a name that was fitting, and you know, I'm rather stubborn, and doing YouTube is a daunting task, and Dauntless is a kind of like menacingly stubborn is like another translation of it, you know, and I think that's rather accurate too.
So on the topic of evolutions, so you were talking about how like your setup has evolved a lot on like the actual screen, but how has your setup evolved from the beginning off the screen? Like your computers and your microphones and all that. What is your setup currently, and how has that evolved?
Okay, well, my original setup was as dog shit as it could get, basically. My original setup was I was on like a school classroom table desk that I had at my ex's when I lived with my ex. And there wasn't a lot of space, so I never there was never room for like a proper desk. So my monitor was my 60-inch TV. My computer at the time was like this Frankenstein abomination of like several discarded parts of my friends' computers that they didn't want anymore, that I hobbled together for like piss cheap, and was very, very in needing of like an upgrade. And I used really, really shitty a headset mic, which had no fucking voice compression, so you could hear the pipes in the ceiling creak and rumble whenever the laundry was on, which was like all the fucking time, because at the time I worked at a KFC, and you just need to have like sacrificial clothing when you work there, because whatever you bring to work is just going to get this permanent coat of grease on that no matter how many times you wash, it's not going to come off. So laundry was always going. There was annoying ass animals like cats and shit. So a lot of my older videos, by the way, some of my earlier shit just doesn't have audio in some of the episodes because I forgot to unmute things, which is still kind of an issue today. But like I really buckled down to take measures that it wasn't the case anymore. But after I you save up some money. I finally got like a proper computer, which is the computer I have now, except it's a little bit better. I do need a new monitor still. I upgraded from my TV to a proper monitor, but the monitor does need an upgrade. Like, there's still plenty of things I need to improve. It's just life keeps getting in the way, It's just unfortunate, but like that's kind of how it goes.
So for any of the... Oh, sorry.
Go
ahead.
And also, I also upgraded forever ago from like my from a shitty headset mic to a Blue Yeti, which I like. They're really good for introductory mics. They're a pretty penny. They're about 200 Canadian, but they're pretty simple to work with, and they're pretty decent in terms of like how clear they are.
So for any of the computer bros that might be watching this, do you mind telling us your computer, or do you know it?
I
like what your computer specs are?
I really don't know. I'd have to look at my settings. I don't care. Just give me 1 second.
Well, I mean, if it takes forever, then it ain't a huge deal.
Sure, I mean, not really. So, my GPU is a NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060. CPU is an AMD Ryzen 5600X 6-core processor. My monitor is a really simple, shitty HP monitor. I have a simple third-party, claims to be Logitech, but clearly isn't Logitech keyboard. It's not a mechanical keyboard, which thank God, and it glows in the dark, which is really good because I can play at night more often. And then I have a simple, really shitty $20 wireless mouse that has been pretty amazing for like years on end at this point. I've had to change the batteries like twice in this fucking thing in like 2 years. It's insane.
That sounds awesome. I probably need a new keyboard and mouse soon. My keyboard has been messing up lately. It keeps doing this thing where I'll be playing a game, and it could be a connectivity issue. I've not figured it out yet, but I'll be playing, and then my W key just stops working. Like, it'll just shut off, and I have to like literally turn my keyboard off and turn it back on to get it to function. So that's weird. But so I wanted to ask also, so why do you do YouTube currently? Like, what keeps bringing you back? Because there's obviously a lot about YouTube that is not fun. Obviously, there's editing and like whatnot. But like, what brings you into YouTube? What do you enjoy about doing YouTube?
Apologies, just stretching. It's become one of my new hobbies because I kind of like adapted all the hobbies that I already have, but with a purpose, basically. So, for example, if it weren't for YouTube, I wouldn't be doing a lot of drawing. I like to draw. I just don't have like the need to draw. You claim that my work is really good, and that's really endearing, and thank you for that. I think my work is pretty mediocre. For several reasons we don't need to go into. But it's like that. My editing is like it's a means to an end. Not to be like, it sounds very egotistical, but like it gives a day-to-day purpose, right? You don't do it because you could be big and you can get a lot of money, stuff like that. That can happen. That's not what I'm looking for. I wouldn't say no if it happens exactly, but like it gives me something to do. I'm a very lazy person inherently, but I hate being bored, so I always have to be doing something. So if I'm not working, then I would just be mindlessly playing video games or watching a show that I don't really care about. And so YouTube, it gives my hobbies purpose, a direction to aim in, right? So, and it keeps me on my toes. It keeps me it encourages me to stay informed on like sometimes politics, sometimes YouTube drama, even though I don't really stick my head in that at all. I still like to know of it. You know, it gives me something to catch up on Twitter sometimes. A lot of people don't like it. Whatever, it is what it is, right? Drawing keeps my brain flowing. You know, the games keep me from being fucking completely minded bored. You know, like shit like that. Every aspect of the YouTube gives me something to look forward to right now, and I've taken some breaks here and there for various reasons, usually IRL related, but for the most part, I am very content doing daily episodes.
So that the whole thing where you do daily episodes like that's something that like not many YouTubers can do. That is a very big uh like task for a lot of different people. Like even big YouTubers struggle with that, like daily episodes. So the fact that you're able to do daily episodes consistently, and obviously unless you take a break, is very impressive, in my opinion, anyway. So, what advice would you give to fellow YouTubers like us starting out that could help them get on the path of possibly daily episodes, or even just in general? Like, what advice would you give to a fellow YouTuber that is just starting out and it's like, oh wow, this seems like a lot?
Um, Healthy acknowledgement that it is going to be a lot. Okay, because like when I first started doing YouTube, I was like, okay, how do I capture the game? That's one thing. Okay, okay, and now I need to figure out how audio is going to work. Okay, cool. And then after like maybe a couple hours, you finally figured out how to get the thing recorded, and it's like, okay, cool. Now editing, right? What editing do I there's a shit ton of steps that are prerequisites that you can't really avoid, right? But just start small. It is going to be overwhelming, so start at a point where it's overwhelming enough for you to deal with, and don't worry about quality right away. Worry about just getting your foot in the door, getting the ABCs done, and then you can then slowly turn back to refine said ABCs. I do daily stuff. I don't think it's necessarily straining for me because I do very, very, very old school daily content where I literally just I have an intro, I play 30 minutes of the game, I cut out things if need be. I don't really add anything. I don't really edit my videos, period. Right? I add an intro and an outro. That's it. And I just make sure that everything is kind of seamless. And that's kind of it, right? This is no longer ideal for YouTube. I understand that. I don't really care. Which is why I do the other long-term projects that I do, which I haven't done a lot in a while, and I always have some in the chamber that I'm aiming to do. I'm just a little bit of a perfectionist on my end. I have a certain quality that I personally need it to be achieved, and if I don't do that, then I really don't like doing the idea, period. That's not necessarily healthy, and I am trying to work on that a little bit. But starting out, it's not going to be hard, but, and this is coming from someone who also hasn't made it either, which is like the weird part of it. But like, if you like doing it, then do it. And if you don't like doing it, then figure out what you want to do instead. That doesn't mean you should quit. It just means that you should just reevaluate.
That is some pretty good advice, because like I started out and kind of similar to where you were like everything just seems like a lot and it just gets very overwhelming, and so knowing that like it's not as hard as it seems, but it's not as easy as it seems either. Like there is a middle ground that you got to find where like it's gonna be difficult and it's gonna be work, but once you get into the groove of it and once you get in that familiarity of it, it does become very secondhand nature, where like you know what you're doing and you know how to do it. And one thing I wanted to ask you is, you were talking before like you have a very old school style. Now, most people who know me, my style comes from a lot of older YouTubers as well, but from like the 2010s era, the 2016, like Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, Bricks O'Brien, stuff like that. And so what I wanted to ask you is, what YouTube styles do you think that you may have taken inspiration from, if any, throughout your YouTube career? Like, was there any YouTubers that you were like, oh, that's really cool. Let me see if I can incorporate that in my own way, or is there not any, and is yours completely unique?
Oh no, definitely. I super duper took inspiration from one of my favorite YouTubers, period, to this day, and his name is Fighting Cowboy. He is very much one of, if not like the only like last remaining bastions of like the modern Let's Play in like relation to like old school stuff, right? Where you play like literally exactly what I do. You have you play 30 minutes, roughly around 30 minutes an episode, which is like the golden time for an episode, usually in gaming. And, usually the title resembles what you do in the episode, and then you have an outro. Like, that's it. Like, that is to a T what I resembled my entire channel off of, because I really liked it. And as a kid, I watched the fuck out of it. I watched several things. Another one is akin to Game Grumps. They do, at the time, Game Grumps did around like 10-minute episodes. And they're doing longer episodes now, but like again, it was a similar thing where like they have an intro, they fuck around for 10 minutes. The episode usually correlates to what they were doing, and then there's an outro, right? Classic old school. And so I guess Game Grumps a little bit. It's not really, but like in format only, it's mainly Fighting Cowboy.
So also, I wanted to go back a little bit because we were talking before about like what is your like what do you like about doing YouTube, and like why do you keep going back to YouTube? But I also wanted to ask you like what is the worst part about doing YouTube? What do you do in YouTube that's just like, ugh, I don't like this one aspect? What is the one thing that you don't like about YouTube or doing YouTube? I mean.
Well, this is something that kind of changes day to day, right? So, sometimes you just don't like the game you're playing, Things happen or things don't happen in the game, and you're just like, okay, fuck. I would be going against the entire mantra of like what I broke my channel if I stopped playing this, but I guess I can keep playing it for now. So it could be that, which has happened before. I'm kind of open, I don't ever shit on games, but if something isn't right in a game, it's important to call it out, I think. Collaborating has also been a nightmare for some reason. Just, again, I went over it again on my own. We can get into it if you want, but with the exception of you, for like, in all honesty, collaborating has been like a nightmare to try to plan. It's either people don't respond to you, people don't know how to make plans, people don't know how to, they don't acknowledge anything about it. Like, it's a nightmare for like no reason. And so just networking in general is borderline impossible at times, especially in a world of bots, where you're just like, please, I'm not fake. I just want to, like, can you just respond to my fucking email or message? I'm not going to sell you shit. I just need someone to take me seriously, please. Like, that is obscenely difficult sometimes. Way more than it has any, like, right to be.
So, on the topic of collaborations, I wanted to know, and you don't have to get into it too much if you don't want to like give a name or anything, like that's understandable. But what is the weirdest or worst collaboration experience you've ever had?
It's funny, I made a short about this on my channel, feel free to look it out, where names are actually kind of poked at, but I won't do it at the sake of brevity here. But there was one that they were significantly larger content creator than I am, and they agreed to have a chat. There's something that I really want to talk about with larger creators. I talked to it with Alec Gunther, which is an actual episode of Daunt Talks on my channel, kind of the precursor to that whole series, where again I just try to talk to people and I just try to get to know them, either be game dev or content creator. But there was one episode that was planned with this individual that we had been planning for like months, right? And it's just like, I can't do it because of my schedule, you can't do it because of your schedule, but we finally nailed on a date, and it's like, okay, hell yeah, let's get into it. we like down to like the hour of, they were like, hey, we need to delay this. Can we delay this? Which is almost never a good sign, by the way. And it's like, yeah, sure. We can delay an hour. And then an hour goes by, and then like, something came up. This isn't gonna work out. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. That's always how it works. And then like several hours later, they released this on their own server, not anywhere relating to me. This whole fucking doc about how they used to be a really shitty person in the past. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Why'd you do this today? Out of all the days, it had to be the one day that you scheduled to talk to me. Really? Do this shit tomorrow.
Why not do it the day after?
Yeah.
Do it tomorrow. Like,
do it tomorrow.
The whole world how evil you are
or like do it today, sure, but like talk to me first. like I don't know if they were keeping my interests in their mind or anything. Like, oh, maybe he won't want to talk. Maybe they don't want to talk to me because of this new information. It's just like, not really. Like, that doesn't really. It turned out to be like a kind of a nothing burger, in my opinion. But like, it's just like, and then like, obviously since then there has been zero communication, no back and forth or anything. But you know, it's like random shit like that, and except it happens all the time. Except for the most part, you're lucky if you get a response. It's like trying to find a job these days. You know, you send 30 resumes out and you'll get one resume saying that they're not interested back. You know, it's like shit like that, and it's like, God damn it, dude. So, I actually didn't expect it to be that chaotic, you know. Luckily, you know, it's not all bad, but there's just way more like missed opportunities than there are opportunities, and it's it sucks.
So one thing that you've talked about in the past, like you did a whole video on it about like the state of VTubing today, and you talked about earlier like how you're hesitant to call yourself a VTuber because you know that's a kind of its own little thing, and you're more of a PNG tuber. But you've talked about before like VTubing and like whatnot, and then you did a video not too recently, but pretty recently, about how there was a huge controversy in the VTubing community and how like that has very discouraged you from trying to get into that community. And you've talked about it on Twitter, like, you know, the VTubing community is kind of sucks, honestly. And so would you ever consider going fully into the VTubing community? And vice versa, would you ever consider a face cam? Like, would you ever consider going to the land of the face cams?
Okay, well, first of all, I would, yes. Just because it's difficult doesn't mean I want to stay away from it. That's not the kind of person I am. I absolutely would be a VTuber, you know? The only reason I don't hesitate to call myself a VTuber now is because I don't know if PNG tubers are considered VTubing. That's literally as deep as that goes, right? I don't know if it's a technical term or if it's just something that society deems you. That's the only delineation that I'm not sure of, right? Facecam, I'm not opposed to it. I'm really not. I have nothing really against Facecam. I just don't have like the living space for it now. Right now, like my whole computing setup is in the living room, and it would be very unfair to my partner, who already like I don't love doing anything YouTube related while they're home, at least because it's the living room. Unless they like they're delegated to either not make any noise in the living room or go to the bedroom all day. And it's like, it's super unfair to them. So a face cam would just be like a whole new level of just like, it's not fair to them right now because they got their own shit going on. They don't need to be in the background, you know, getting caught doing shit, whatever, on my behalf, right? It's just not fair to them. So you know, eventually maybe. But at the end of the day, I do like to draw. I do like my own character. I do like the new mascot for the channel, you know. So for now, Facecam is definitely going to be like low on the priority list, but VTubing is definitely going to be up there for like how I want to be perceived in the future, despite of any statistical challenges that might lead to that.
So this is kind of like three questions in one. So I wanted to ask. So all of us have had that one game that they've done on YouTube that they like really liked doing. Like it just the editing turned out so smooth, and the videos just were popping off. Everything just worked out, and then like they've had others where like the quality is nowhere near as good, or maybe they just didn't enjoy recording it, or maybe stuff like that. So what is your favorite Let's Play series on YouTube, and what is your least favorite? And then on the same side, what is your favorite game of all time, and what is your least favorite game, or at least a gaming experience that you think was the worst?
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. Favorite Let's Play is actually a very older game that I played on the channel. It's probably so it's a toss-up because there's different tiers of favorite, but I'm gonna say Ender Lilies right now is the best game that I play. Is like one of my favorite Let's Plays that I've done, because it's the game that was like, yeah, I want to do more Let's Plays, because it was a game that not only did I like get done to completion, but I did 100% in, to get like the true ending of the game, and also made me learn like basic editing skills, like cutting out filler, because there's a lot of collectibles you just got to get, so it's like a bunch of supercuts. It was also challenging, so it's like it's a little bit of like gameplay focused stuff, and it's just like, oh wow, the music's really good in this game, the story's fucking depressing, but god, is it also really good. The gameplay is also like kind of like amazing in ways, and like the sequel came out, and unfortunately I still haven't had a chance to play it, but like Ender Lilies is probably the first Let's Play where I'm like, you know what, I get it now. I get where people have a lot of enjoyment of doing this. I forget a lot of the questions you asked already, I'm sorry. But favorite game, still to this day, is the Dragon's Dogma series. I love the first and the second one equally. I play them. They've taken a bit of a backseat, but I at least play them all the way through once every few months or so. What were some of the other questions? Sorry?
I said, what was your least favorite Let's Play on YouTube? Like, what was the game that you just really didn't like doing, or like maybe you didn't like editing it, or maybe you just didn't like the game at all, and your least favorite Let's Play?
I also have another short on about this too, but that would be Moonstone Island, and I've spoken my piece about Moonstone Island. I don't hate the game. I just feel like it's a game that has some of the most missed potential in all of games that I've ever played, where the game has a lot of promise, but it falls flat on almost every single aspect of it. I go into more detail of it on the channel I have, and I also have the entire Let's Play, or I should say long play of it, because that's another series that I do, where games that don't really fit traditional Let's Play styles. I kind of just dump like multi-hour long episodes out, which I was planning on returning actually, but funnily enough, the game that I'm playing, I'm also like really not vibing with, so I'm playing it a lot less and less. So I'm kind of breaking my own mantra here, but technically I never posted it on the channel, so a little bit of getting away with it there. But yeah, it would be Moonstone Island. There's a lot of games that I'm like I like, but then I like it's not like perfect, and I have problems with. But for the most part, that's the biggest outlier where it's just like, fuck, this game just disappointment is just like the best word for it. Or you're just sad because it could have been a lot more.
So is that your least favorite game of all time, or do you have another pick for the worst game you've ever played?
No, definitely not of all time, because if push comes to shove, I would definitely play it again over like most other sport games. I have a not even like a disdain, just like a disgust of like Madden or NFL games, like shit like that, where it's just like you're just playing TV at that point, I respect most games, but I don't respect FIFA, Madden, like just like sport games that are just regurgitating every year. At least Call of Duty pretends to be a different game every year. Madden and FIFA just don't. And so that's like the most bottom of the barrel shit in my opinion. And I would rather play Moonstone Island again over any one of those games for like 10 minutes. Easy.
Well, that's a funny statement because I have what 4 Madden videos on my channel so far, and like I don't like the Madden series either, but I always wind up going and playing them just for the heck of it. And what sucks is like when I was a kid, Madden was awesome, so I played Madden growing up.
Disagree.
And I loved Madden as a kid, and to see the place that it's gone now, it's just the same thing over and over again. It's just
the best sport game that was ever made is Technobowl for the NES. It's been downhill ever since.
I think my favorite sports game of all time, like just in sports in general, is the MLB The Show from 2021. That was a really good game. I played a lot of that game. I did like a whole baseball season because baseball is my favorite sport, and so I did a whole like season of it, and it was a very fun game. But I wanted to ask also because I have done a lot on YouTube. I've done a lot of really cool things. I've got a lot of really cool opportunities. But what is one of your biggest accomplishments while doing YouTube? Like, what is the thing that you can like brag about and be like, I did this on YouTube? What is your biggest accomplishment?
Repeat the question. Sorry.
What is your biggest accomplishment while doing YouTube? Like, what is that one thing that just makes you say, I did this thing?
Talking to Alec Gunther would have been one of them. If that other YouTuber hadn't bailout is a cruel word, but lack of another one, that would have been up there too. Because again, they're quite high up to give me a chance. Biggest accomplishment, other than like the several art pieces that I actually really like, it's probably just the successful networking that I have made is pretty invaluable. Because if I, for example, with you, if I stop doing YouTube, I still have a friend. I still get to talk to you and shit, right? So that's, you kind of can't put a price tag on that, right? So yeah, there's nothing really that I have. There's nothing quite there. I'm like, it's cool that I've gotten as far as I have, of course, but I'm still very far. I still have plenty of ideas in the chamber to just start working towards. It's just the getting to work at it is the hard part.
So following that train of thought, so what is your end goal? Like where would you like to see yourself in maybe 5 years or maybe 10 years? Like where do you want to go with your channel? What would be your dream Dauntless Start channel in maybe 5 to 10 years, sorry.
Dream, there's I have a few shows that I've been planning for several years. At the very least, recreating one of them would be up there, for sure. Not recreating, but like doing one would be great. Getting voiced in something would be pretty phenomenal too. Just yeah. I'm not egotistical where like I don't really want people to know me, but like I don't want people to not know me.
Can you elaborate what you mean by like recreating shows? You mean like television shows?
Yeah, no, I misspoke. I didn't want to recreate a show. I wanted to create a show.
Oh, okay,
like,
gotcha.
Like again, akin to like Digital Circus, Murder Hornets, Lackadaisy, Has-Been Hotel, Head of a Boss, like akin to that, where it's
Gotcha.
not it's an idea that someone had and they work together to create it to be an actual show, something like that. I have ideas for that, that I would like to create a reality of it one day.
Yeah, that as most people on this channel would know, that is a dream of mine too. Is like to create my own show and to like be like right and stuff, and I hope to one day be able to do that. So maybe if all things go well, maybe we can work on the same show or something like that. That would be kind of cool.
Maybe.
Uh, so I think this is the last question I wrote down, and then we can get into like a discussion if you want, or we can just end the interview. It's up to you. But the last question that I have for you today is, if you had anything to say to your past self, what would you say to him? And if you had anything to ask the future Dauntless Start, what would it be?
How past? How far in the past are we talking here?
Anything more than 5 years, or sorry, we'll do 3, because your channel's what, 3 years old?
Roughly, yeah.
Is there anything to that time? So 3 years or further. You can do childhood if you want.
I don't think I'm, with all due respect, I don't think I'm old enough to even give proper advice to myself, because I don't have anything figured out. Not really. I'm only in my mid-20s, my guy. I still work retail, for fuck's sakes. Any advice I would give, and this is advice I would give to everyone, is just like, respect how simple things are now, because nothing will be simple when you're older, which is a cruel unfortunality of just growing up. And that sucks, you know. Things should be simple, but almost nothing is. So I don't know if I have good advice for what I would give myself, because
That's pretty good advice.
I mean, yeah, but advice that anyone can tell you is not amazing advice, in my opinion. So, in regards to the YouTube thing, stay authentic, I guess. You know, it's going to be tempting to want to do, like, Jack Doherty shit, where, like, you're kind of like an asshole, but people like that and people watch it. Either they hate watch it or not. It's going to be tempting, but, like, don't stoop that low. Because there's nothing more important than integrity, which is a dying thing everywhere, apparently. Integrity is just like something that you just see less and less of it every day. Probably something like that, yeah. It's not really I don't really have anything else to really chime into it.
And then the other one was, if you had anything to ask the future you, so like 5-10 years past, what would you ask?
Does networking get easier? Is it still a pain in the ass?
And then it's just like, yes, it's always a pain in the ass to talk to anyone.
Probably, hopefully. I mean, I'm hoping it gets a little bit easier. You know, for example, if Hassan wants to go on any show, I think it's easy for him to get on any show.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. We'll say yes to that. But if you want, we can end the interview portion of it, because those are all the questions that I had wrote down.
That's up to you,
Or
my
we
guy.
can just. All right. Well, then we've got about 15 minutes, so we can just have a discussion. So, what are your rankings for this year's Game of the Year?
Okay.
What game do you think is gonna take the cake? 'Cause we're already getting close.
Everyone and their fucking mother already knows, like, it's gonna be Expedition, most likely, which, again, I don't have any problems with. I just don't think the game was as amazing as everyone else thought. The game was good, I just don't think it was coming in my pants level good, which everyone seems to have that consensus. Which, good for them, you know? I don't agree. I think the game was fun, but the game was rocky in some places. So I don't know if I inherently agree. I'm biased. I like Digimon a lot. Digimon isn't going to be winning anything, though. It's just these kind of games never do. It's the unfortunate event of it. It's a very good game so far. I got no real criticisms of it. But some other games that came out are really good. Silksong, I think is going to get nominated. I don't think it's going to win. People were complaining about it too much on day one. Not going to happen. Pokemon isn't going to be winning anything. Kazan is probably going to be a contestant because everyone that did try that game out really, really liked it. Again, but just not a lot of people did play it. So it's kind of hard, if I'm being honest. There's a bunch of like other games that came out, like Avowed came out. That's probably going to win something because despite the problems that people have with the game itself is very pretty. Oblivion came out. People played it for like maybe 2 days and then dropped it because it's just Oblivion but better. So who knows? I don't know. It's hard to say. I have games that I would like to win, but I also really wanted Dragon's Dogma 2 to win anything, and it didn't win anything. So like, I have my biases, but I think it's gonna go to Expedition. No one should be surprised that it is. If they are, they're kind of just huffing paint.
I mean, everyone knows that is my pick. That's just. I mean, it's one of my favorite games of all time, and I bugged you so much about how like it was going to be the game of the year in like May, and you were like, "We got time, let's figure it out." And now you're just like, you're finally giving up, just like, yeah, it's probably going.
Well, I mean, it's not so much giving up. It's just like, well, we don't know. Like, there could be other shit coming out, right? It's way too early, and even now, it's still way too early. I don't know any games that are like hold on. Like, for example, Ninja Gaiden 4 just came out. That game could be huge. Who knows? That's like the new Platinum Games game, right? That one came out. Ghost of Yotai came out. I completely forgot about that game. Not my cup of tea, which is why I haven't been following it, but Ghost of Yotai came out. Hell is Us came out. Borderlands 4 came out. Silksong came out. Like, there's a bunch of other shit that, we just don't know, right? Because Lost Soul came out. Jesus Christ, I forgot about that,
Yeah,
so,
this year, other than Borderlands 4, which I don't know how good the game was. I never played Borderlands 4, but I wouldn't touch that game with a 40-foot pole. So,
yeah.
The issues with the memory leaks alone were enough for me to say, nah. But then the Gearbox CEO is like, if you want to know how to make, like, if you want a good engine, then you code it yourself. And you're like, dude,
yeah,
what are you talking about?
He's just like shooting himself in the foot. Award.
Yeah.
I mean, Randy Fitzgerald, in my opinion, is always been kind of like a jackass, but like now that he's online, he's not hiding it anymore, and it's really funny.
Yeah, it is funny. And like, I think that this year had a lot of really good games, and I would probably be disappointed if Expedition didn't win, but like, there are a few games that, like, if they won, I could say, yeah, I feel like if Oblivion were to win, I would think that that's kind of silly because Oblivion is a remake, and I really don't think that remakes should be counted. I know they have been for years. I really don't think remakes should be counted unless it's a really big remake, like
which Oblivion is. Oblivion is a really big remake. What are you talking about?
Well, no, like, I mean, like the core, because like the remake of Oblivion is essentially the same game but
made in modern times. I'm sorry. Is 10 times no longer the threshold for okay, we can count that 10 times? Really? No, it needs to be 13 times now. Yeah, it needs to be 13 times before it's impressive. No, I think Oblivion has some serious weight because not only was it available the same day it was announced, which is like insane. I don't think anyone's really talking about that. They had the, by the way, we're doing this, and by the way, motherfucker, you can play it now. And it's just like, holy shit. We need more of that, by the way, just in gaming. Not like, like, get ready for this 5 years from now. And it's just like, okay, that's what Pragmata did. And everyone thought that game was canceled. You know? That's what Silksong did. And people thought that game was a myth. So
watching the people with Silksong, like watching that right before it came out, people were like taking bets on Twitter like when it's going to come out, and I'm just sitting there thinking like, are y'all sure it's coming out? Because y'all been saying this for like a year now, that it's going to come out any day now. And
I mean,
are you sure it's a game? Like, are you sure?
Yeah, I was a massive Silksong denier for a long time. Just I'm like, dude, this game's not fucking real. I don't care if the devs say it's real. Why haven't we gotten anything on it? I don't know. I mean, I have big issues with how the devs handled that game, personally. But the game is out now. I don't really have a lot of room to bitch now. But, you know, needless to say, it was mixed. I think the reason why it was mixed was dumb. It's hard. So, get good. But... yeah, but like it could win. Who knows? I don't. You know, Hollow Knight. I haven't played it. It's one of the talked about as like one of the best Metroidvanias ever, and I'm like, okay, clearly they didn't play Ender Lilies, but sure. But you know, it Game of the Year is so finicky because again, my Game of the Year is almost no one's Game of the Year. Right now, it's Digimon is my Game of the Year, if I'm being unironic, because I'm a diehard Digimon fan, and we have like the first very good Digimon game like ever. The other games, they were good, but they were like okay, kind of good. They're like, oh, that's cute, but like the animations are stiff in a lot of places, and the stories are kind of out there. But this game is just like, this game's fucking awesome. It's like, not only does it have homages to like the original series, and all Digimon fans can know, but like there's unique animations for every single Digimon. There's unique there's voices for every single Digimon, you know, like shit like that. There's almost like outside of like 2 Digimon period, there's like almost every single kind of Digimon to date, which is like thousands. And it's like insane, dude. I read somewhere that the game took like 7 years to make, and now I know why. Because for like 10 years, Digimon had this horrible game drought where we just had nothing. We had TV shows, and we had really stupid like IRL accessories, but we had no games. And it's like, well, now we know why. It's because they were making this game, and they were actually putting proper dedication into it. And it's like, yeah, I can see why. And I think that deserves a lot of recognition. And everyone that's been playing it has been praising it. No one's been bitching about difficulty. No one's been no one's been making mods to make it easier on day one. Everyone's been praising it. It has English voices, which is also like it's not technically the first, but it's like that's a huge step because Koei Tecmo especially doesn't do voices like English dubbing. They're doing that now, and the dubbing is awesome. Like it's like a bunch of shit. It's just like, this is the Digimon game now, and it's like no one's really praising it as much as it should be, in my opinion. But yeah, Digimon is definitely my Game of the Year. I don't care if it wins any awards. I hope it does, obviously. But it's not going to win Music Award. That is definitely going to go to Expedition. Like, no shit. I'm not even going to contest that. I just think for overall personal experience, Digimon scratches an itch that Expedition never could.
Yeah, I've never played a Digimon game, but I've seen a little bit of gameplay of the new Digimon. It looks really good.
You should watch. You should make it. You should react to the first Digimon movie. It will not make sense, but it will be awesome.
It's like, it won't make sense, and at the end you'll be confused, but it will be awesome.
It is an amazing movie. I will just say, you don't like. You need to know like the basics of Digimon, but like the movie explains what that is, and then after that you can just really enjoy it. It's a good movie. I think it still holds up personally, but I'm biased.
So we talked before, like what your favorite game was, and you said it was Dragon's Dogma. But if
Another
you could
game you
give me
should
a
play.
list, if you could give me a list of three, or sorry, not three, five of your favorite games of all time, what would you put on that list?
Jesus Christ, dude. Dragon's Dogma 1, Dragon's Dogma 2, so there's two right there. Bioshock 2, the best Bioshock game. There's three. Power World would be four, although you already know that one, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then my fifth favorite game? Are we doing of all time?
Yes.
You know, despite being such a Digimon fan, I gotta give it to Pokemon Black 2. I love Digimon. Time Stranger might take the spot, but I have so many really fun memories of playing Pokemon Black 2 specifically. When it came out, it is such an amazing game, especially at the time, and unfortunately Pokemon has never matched the quality since.
What game did you say it was?
Pokemon Black 2. I can show you it, the box art of it later.
Oh, I was just looking it up. This is a DS game. Wow,
Yes.
that's crazy that.
I was a massive DS. I played the fuck out of DS when I was a kid.
Oh, me too.
DS was like
DS
my
is
console.
one of my favorites.
Yeah, my brother got me an R4, which is basically a DS emulator that you play on a DS. So I have lots of experience with a bunch of shovelware DS games where you actually have. There's a lot of hidden gems on the DS that you would not care to even look at if you say like saw it on the shelves or anything.
Yeah, the DS was my console growing up too. Like, following that train of thought, like what were some other consoles that you played, or was the DS the only one? Because
No.
whenever I was growing up, I played Wii and PlayStation 3, and I didn't play anything else except for the that and the DS for a long time. So, any other consoles that you?
Yeah,
grew up
well,
with?
my dad appreciated gaming, although he didn't have the dexterity to like play a lot of modern games, but he loved watching them. So, me and my brother, I mean, not me. I didn't contribute anything. I just played all of his shit. But my brother, specifically, was like the big video game guy, and he got a bunch of consoles. So we basically had the PS1, PS2, Xbox 360. Then we got one, and then we got almost every Nintendo console and DS basically. But he moved out when we got like the not the Switch U, not the black Wii with the Wii U. There we go. Yeah, Jesus, such a forgettable fucking console.
It is.
Around there, but most of my childhood was DS and 360 basically. We did have PS2 games, but a lot of the games that were considered really good were way too complicated for me as a kid. So I missed out on a lot of really good games. I don't really care about going back to them, to be fair. But a lot of fondness for like old 360 games like Overlord and Cameo. I adore those games, although they are not good anymore.
Well, I want to thank you for this interview. I want to thank you for being here today and answering my 20 questions.
No worries.
I like doing these interview styles, and I hope that I'm able to reach out to more creators and do more of this, because I really do like interviewing people. And I want to thank you for being my first interview guest. And before we head out, you have anything to say to my audience? That's the final question.
Carter takes a long time to upload, so watch me instead.
Well, you know, there. Wow, just poaching is the last thing. Like I
It's
literally.
it wouldn't be poaching if you would upload more.
I mean, I mean, go if you want to. If you want to see his stuff, I'll keep a link to him in the description, so you can go do that if you want. But if you do, I will consider you a traitor, and you will be banned. So,
Where you will be
I
banned, you will be welcomed in my community. So
yeah.
it's a win-win situation.
Yeah. So I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank you all for watching, and I want to thank Dauntless for being here. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Yeah, anytime. Yeah, no worries. Now let me screen share the Minecraft that I'm playing. If it wants to get captured, which it doesn't, which is great.
Minecraft is always so weird about that stuff.
I hate how stupid it is sometimes. Although I'm going to be playing some Digimon soon, so it's not a big deal. Fine. It doesn't want to capture the screen, so I'll play some fucking Digimon. Fine. That's more than fine with me. Let me get it set up.
Oh, so I tried editing that video, the peak video. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be way more complicated than I thought, and it's gonna be a lot harder to do than I thought it was gonna be.
Figured.
Oh, it's a lot. Yeah, I have. So essentially, what has happened is you captured my audio, and I captured your audio in my video in your video, right? But on both sides, we are not loud enough. So what I'm having to do is go through and cut every time you talk to raise you, and every time I talk to raise me. But that would be fine if for some reason my compressor doesn't shut off in the middle of the video and have this weird, unexplainable fan noise. I don't even have a fan in here. I have this loud ass fan noise blasting the entire time. So when I raise your voice on my audio track, all you can hear is grrr.
Damn.
It's terrible. It's awful. So I'm having to essentially, every time you talk, I'm having to put your audio in, which because of the drastic change, because there's no more grrr in the background, it sounds like it's cutting in and out. So I'm going to have to just pick one. Either it's going to sound terrible or you're not going to be able to hear anything. So, like, I'm just going to have to just do it. So it sucks. I wish that my compressor would have worked. I'm not really sure why it didn't work. I think I have fixed that because I put a filter on the well, actually it's not even on, so hopefully this video is not obnoxious. The one I just did, because my filter's not on. But it just has this weird rumbling sound, and I cannot figure out where it's coming from because there's nothing in here.
Weird.
Very. Filters.
Why is this not working?
And also, it captures every single click of my mouse and every time I touch the keyboard. And it just sounds like I'm like I don't type that hard, but like it sounds like I'm smashing my keyboard with a damn hammer.
Damn. That's weird.
It's very. I've never had that problem before. Like I can go back to my older videos and like I've always had a good microphone. I'm wondering if maybe it's not just gone bad or something.
There we go.
Because I can go back to older videos and like it doesn't do that. The only time it's ever done that is if I use my webcam mic, which I used to have to for streaming. Alpine.
Sorry. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Hold on. Dark. No, I don't want to change the file name. Why do you even... I keep telling you to not do that. View.
I'm gonna hang up and play some Digimon now, okay? Not to be a dick.
That's fine. See ya.
Cool. Bye-bye. Alright, so... Cool. So... let's play the music again a little bit, you know? Okay. Sweet. Okay, so... Okay, so we can now play more Digimon. Finally, I know it's been a hot minute. I am actually sorry. But we need to go to Shine Square and report to Vmon. Just be like right over here. Hall. There we go. There we go. And now we got to go trade it in. Yay, your points, bam, bam, bam. And now let's just do Holy Tapirmon in Plaza. What? Gummymon, okay. Thanks, during the earthquake, I got support from my friend. Through the ruins, since Tapirmon's missing, I'm worried. Can go find him for me. He's probably still there. Hell yeah. We gotta be careful though, because Through the Ruins was pretty fucking scary. Also, hold up. Is there more places for me to go to now? No, no. We only got the 3 here. That's me. Although, to be fair, I am a lot stronger now, so I don't really have to fucking... I actually don't need to worry nearly as much, now that I think about it. Pouch. Okay. Dude, it's like the same... I don't remember... I remember there being like Dracmon and shit in this area, too. Miss? You can't miss. Fuck you, missing. Alright, you're not worth fighting. You give no experience. Unless, do I need machine? You? You do. You need 460 machine. Never mind. We gotta fight these guys. Okay, cool. We found him. Ow, that did damage. Hey, chill. Fuck off, man. Thriller key. We need that for later. Stop missing. Bro. Cut this shit out. Just head back to Gummymon. Bless me. Trade it in. Hell yeah. Pretty sure we can now do the next story mission. I think it's 2 quests. Right? No, it's 3. You need machine. You. I need dragon to get you, which you're the next one. It would be wise to get you, so I need dragon. I need machine for you as well. Yeah, they're usually levels. I need machine and holy. There's no machine quests here, so holy and dragon it is. I gotta do something else. Let's do bird. Red shoe material, Patamon and square. You just head to your home for free full heal. Then we gotta go square. Bark and paint oil hurting them at Logan Mountain. Can you get bark and paint oil for me? For sure. Do I don't need man? Good vibe. Oh, come on. Don't need wait. A good vibe. Cool. There's the paint oil and any bark. Also, I need a shit ton of random experience from all these dudes, so I gotta fight them anyway. I think this is the oil. Bark, yep. Big fight. Dude, the missing is insane. Let's just use a gate disc to it just send us back to the start. It's a homeward bone, basically. Then we want to go back to Patamon. And then it should be more story stuff. Get a reward. Bird stuff. Or do we have to do all four? I don't mind. We should do them anyway, but I'm pretty sure you're given an option. No, I guess not. All four. Unless... No, yeah. Here we go. Okay, I'm dumb. You accept it here. But we can do this one too. Find a water pillow. Betamon in an office. Here. Take my request. I need you to go to the sunken tunnel. I can't. It was quick. I need a water pillow. Helps me sleep. It's in the sunken tunnel. Get it for me. Can do that for sure. Oh wait, hold on. This is a new area. Yes, new area. New area means new Digimon. First to 100 conversion is the first one we're getting. 15, 30, 45. I mean, we can get a Hagurumon, Androidmon. Potential. I don't mind getting a Capurimon. There is other things we can get if we leave this area. If I get a Betamon, though, that leads to Geckomon. Maybe Seadramon. I can probably get a Seadramon. That wasn't 100. I think we're at 75. There's Giza. This is what this is who I have to fight here. There's Beta. Beta goes into Gecko, I'm sure, but I'm pretty sure it can also go into Seadramon. No. Maybe. Water Pillow, yeah, I just found out one picked one. If one, you have to fight me for it. I can maybe convert him back down to a Poyomon. And then get what I want that way. Okay, Gizamon actually kind of fucking hurts. Or he's pretty tanky, actually. This is maybe scary. Get fucked, nerd. Get fucked, nerd. Small tornado. Ooh, damn. That does damage. Small tornado does decent damage. Dude, Paralyzed is so fucking busted in this game, dude. So I would stop missing, but I think it, oh, dude. Stop missing. There we go. We got it, though. Give it back to him. Okay, that's fine. We'll take Haguru. Not Haguru, Kapuri. Out of juice, gotta defend. No longer out of juice. Continue. Failed to flee my ass, dude. Yeah, let's just head out. We got this. Lab converts. We got you. I'll name you after the regular. Xanric. Nope. Yeah, watch how Guru. I'll put you in the farm for now. Mostly because I don't want to get your fucking. I don't want to get your. I don't want to get the sprite from yet. I'm good. Office? Yep. Just right up here. Bam. Cool. Sweet. Limit Valley. Talk to Glare. Oh, sorry, I'm getting a message from partner here. Sure, okay. Partner wants me to do some laundry real quick, so I'm just gonna pause super duper fast, and then we're gonna continue back in. Oh no, what happened to the screen? I just noticed that. Fuck me, dude. Can things just stay normal with this overlay, dude? Has it always been like that? That would suck. Yeah, it's kind of been like that the whole stream. I'm sorry, folks. Oh well, it was only for like 20 minutes. It sucks, but you know, it's better now. Anyway, when we continue, we can continue the game. I mean, it didn't really take long. To be fair, I just gotta put some things in the laundry. Let me take my sip. Yum. Quite nice. All right, and we are back. Okay, so let's go to Limit Valley. That's the next spot to go in the game. Just making sure everything works well on the stream. It sucks when it doesn't. Okay, so we got another dude here in Limit Valley. Okay. We can straight up get an Agumon here, which is ideal. Either one of these is really good, if I'm being honest. Oi. Cut it out. These are tough motherfuckers. Jesus. Do this. Heal. Massive. So I can stay here. I need to be like level 20 before I can do anything. And then you what? You need Beast, but you're 2 levels away. I'm probably going to hit my dragon requirement with you. That's 24. Probably also going to hit my bird requirement. I already did, so I just need to be 21. There you go, I get Akatorimon, which gives me Petrifier. Huge. I need levels right now. It's super annoying. Getting a Koromon is also pretty nice. We don't want farm results. We don't really care about that right now. 40, 50. I wouldn't mind getting a Biomon. I'm going to be real. I would not mind that. Okay, 75. We got a Koromon. Okay. Okay, no, that works. We can take that. In the lab. Koromon. Level 7, you get Agumon. Do I want him on my team? I do, but I'm gonna abstain for now. I'm gonna abstain for now, yeah. We're just gonna continue on normally. Okay, now let's continue with the actual map now. Okay. Gotta turn my fan. I think my mic's picking up the fan a little bit. Small NATO. Oh no, Draymond still needs 5 levels. God damn it, we're so fucking... Oh, we need to catch up, dude. I want to get the champions really soon. But it's slow. I don't remember what the boss fight is here. Oh, fuck. Renamon. Nice. Yeah, just kill the Biomon. Why is this song so loud compared to the other ones? We got this. Okay. Grand Cross. Every day. You're getting a little too comfortable attacking. Come on, man. I'm playing with fire here, and I really shouldn't. Ah! There we go. Jesus. I realize that I've been healing during combat, and that kind of defeats the purpose. So I'm gonna try and stop that. Oh, they're level 20s. No wonder they're kind of kicking my ass. I'm not going to consider this a new area. Oh, fuck me. Please run. Okay, we're now fighting champions, boys. Now I think I need to equip my dudes with equipment. There we go. Whatever we have. Because the boss is right up there. I don't think we can do the boss, dude, if we can't handle these guys. I don't remember what the boss is. Sand Yanmamon? Sharp Claw. Ah! Oh, fuck. Bro. Attack anyone else. Don't attack Air Draymond. I gotta heal. I'm scared. I know I'm trying to come back, but like, I'm scared. I don't want him to die. Before we get started. I already healed once. I can't do it again. Oh. Oh, I need beast, but like, holy shit, dude. I need to do these tougher fights. But holy shit, they're scary. If I can get to 21, then I get decent shit, dude. You need to be, what, level 23? I can't do this shit. Come on. Give me the digimon. Dig Drogomon. I just gotta fight a bunch of these guys. Which... 1, 2... I gotta fight like 6 of them, which is nothing. To get me the... Oh. I gotta fight 14 of them. Which is good. That's even better. To get enough beast. You are also beast, so this I kind of need to try to do this. Although I can't fucking miss, game. How much damage do these guys do? I gotta heal, dude. I'm not losing my fucking dudes. You are paralyzed, but I still gotta get rid of you. Oh, no. Didn't take. Yes. Yes. Nice. Get crit. Die, tanky motherfuckers. God damn it. This is, oh my god, this is 100 damage, 100 experience plus something. I did not want to flee. I would have been pissed. Fuck it, I'm allowing healing. I don't care. It makes me a coward. I don't care. How about I don't heal for major fights? Can we compromise there? I keep missing. I'm getting a lot of crits though, to be fair. Huge. Okay, I just need one more level, and then I still need a bunch more beast. I'm not even halfway there to beast. Ugh, gross. Alright, I have a shit ton of money. Let's go back, get a bunch of healing, run back there, and then we can start the grind. This is a full heal. It's a free full heal. No, not farm goods. Consumables. Though, yes, I want some of these right now. Let's do that, and then... Oi, you too. Stop it. Hey, boys. Stop it. Equip you. And you. Okay. What? I have a Discord. I need dragon, so sure. I'm fucking. They're focusing on one dude. Hey, chill. Cut this shit out. Stop missing! No way. Die. Oh, hello. A Shaman. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Well, shit. That really sucks. That's a bummer. He has an instant kill attack. Alright. That fucking blows, dude. Damn, dude. Alright, well, let's deal with this. I didn't know he had that. That's a massive bummer. First death. You know... See ya, my friend. That sucks. Replace with another fire? No, that's... I always do fire. Let's do something new. I'm bummed by that, but we gotta roll with it, you know? It's really hard to get, you know, ahead. Miss. What the fuck, dude? Oh no. Fuck! Fuck me, man. Alright. That was really dumb when I do that. Goodbye, Xanric. Sorry, bud. Stop it. You're 19 and I need more holy. Okay. Okay, do I have Koromon on hand? I should. Hey, I actually do. That sucks. 2 deaths right away. But we persevere. Really wish I knew that he had an instant kill attack. Oh, it sucks. I could do the Shamamons here. Your signature does more, is the same damage as light tackle. Ugh. What the fuck is this damage, dude? Okay, so it is official. This run's wiped, basically. We gotta try again. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this offhand. I'm gonna get to the point where we are now, but I need to do where is it? So, I'm gonna end the first attempt because my morale is done. The game won. My morale is low. So, what I'm going to do, hold on, it's not completely done. Because there's also things that I can improve on the overlay, especially. I just gotta find out where the fuck I put this thing. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna start from the very beginning. On the next episode, basically. This will be episode 1. Full attempt episode 1. So I think that's fair. So, I mean, my morale is low. There's 3 deaths in the span of fucking like 30 minutes. So we're just going to start fresh. With maybe a whole new fresh starter team. I'm gonna stick with the same starter pack, basically. I'm going to say like this is done. Because I don't really want to continue. Anyway. But, yeah. I hope you all had a fucking day. Peace. Okay, so first things first. This. Hold on. Let's fix this. I have an idea. Copy. Paste. Open with paint. No, not what I want. Rotate. Perfect. Okay, then we save this. Now let's go to our good friend Adobe. Hold on 1 second. Text, add text. Make it the font that it's channel's font. Okay, and then let's do a new text box. Boom. Perfect. Let's do that. And so this will actually cut into taking this off. Open this with paint again to change the sides. Perfect. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Are you kidding me? There we go. There we go. Okay, so thank you everybody for watching. Hope you had a wonderful time. Hope you had a wonderful time. Until next time we meet. Next stream will probably be Saturday, Sunday, where we will take another crack at this. Peace.